have the power to choose how to react to situations and people in your life. No one can make you unhappy, angry, or offended without your consent. Namaste everyone, and I welcome you all to another episode of Feel the Bliss podcast. Sometimes your friends and loved ones' experiences make you learn big lessons. And recently, I had this opportunity and would like to share it with you guys. One day, one of my college friends called up and shared how anxious and restless she feels these days. Suddenly, one of her close friends stopped talking to her, replying to her messages and responding to her calls, and she feels bad. My first thought was, this is so childish. We all used to do this in school and colleges, but as she explained the whole situation, I realized my mistake and literally felt the pain she was feeling. Sometimes we give our best, our heart and soul in a relationship, and still the other person doesn't value us. Sometimes we are in a phase where subconsciously we feel we are not worthy enough. We are flawed and not lovable. And if in that phase someone ghosts us, that loop of negative thinking starts. And that was exactly what was happening to her. It was not her friend's behavior that were causing her pain, but her own thoughts of being unworthy that were creating that pain. She was trying to analyze where she went wrong. She went to the extent of saying that maybe she's not a good friend and does not know how to maintain relationships. And I was literally telling her that it is not her fault, but she was just blaming herself. I know her since my college days. She has been an amazing daughter, sister, and after her marriage, a loving and devoted wife, daughter-in-law, and then amazing mom. She played every role perfectly. And I know she's an amazing friend too. She's so giving, so caring. I knew she was not wrong, but I could not convince her. All she was asking me was, why she did this to me, Abha? Why she did this to me? And all I could say was, sometimes we never get the answers. I don't have that answer. In our lives, we have some questions which never get answered. People just walk away from our lives, break our trust, mistreat us, and even if we try to find the answers, why this all happened, we never get the answers. They are just like that. Sometimes things just happen and you cannot undo them. It is all about them and not us. And still we keep on criticizing ourselves, questioning our worth and blaming our actions. Sometimes, yes, it is our fault, but not always. Sometimes it is all about others and not you, and all you have to do is to accept this reality. This went on for literally 2 months. She doubted herself and I comforted her. It took time, but now at least she is out of that anxiety and restlessness phase. She does miss the friendship, but now she understands that her mental peace is more important than finding the answers. And all this was possible because people around her assured her that she's amazing and we all love her. But I'm waiting for that day when she feels that, when that feeling comes to her. When she sees her light, when she realizes that even with her imperfections and shortcomings, she's lovable. And we all, her family, her friends, and everyone loves her for what she is. And that's the lesson I also learned. No matter how many compliments you get, love you get, appreciation you get, if you don't love, accept, and appreciate yourself, you will always be seeking validations from the external world. And one bad experience will break you. Yes, a certain difficult situation does impact us, but it should not break our confidence. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to accept your imperfectly perfect life. You have to appreciate your positives and accept your flaws. It is not about just putting on the mask of being positive. Emotions are real. We can feel weak, be disappointed, but it is okay. You can guide yourself out of the darkest days only if you have faith in yourself. Only if you feel that you have the power to not give up. Only if you remind yourself that there are beautiful things in your life to be grateful for and to look forward to. You are not just your flaws and shortcomings, but more than that. In fact, they're just part of your personality, not you. They don't define you. And definitely would not define your future. Stop putting your energy in such a situation which you cannot change and seeking the answers to those questions which will never get answered. Maybe that is what people call moving on, going with the flow. Seeking those answers will create resistance to moving ahead in life, to choosing your peace and happiness, resistance in accepting yourself, realizing your mistake and learning lessons from some situations is good, but in this process, you don't need to reject yourself. Everything you are is perfect and everything you want to be is achievable. Just remember that. To be your better version, you don't need to hate your present version, but to love it, accept it, and appreciate it. Namaste.